Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Raya Adha Pratama and I'm from class A. And today in this agenda, this is my assignment to fulfill the final exam about for the subject TYL. And for the assignment is about the how to teach EYL, TYL principle, teaching methods and technique, and also issue of TYL in Indonesia. Maybe let's move on. So first thing first, principle of TYL. In the principle of TYL, it's divided by 4 categories. The first is implicit learning, second contextual learning, third is learner centers, and 4 is meaningful learning. So for the implicit learning is like children learn best through some of subconscious explore rather than explicit grammar rules. And for the second contextual learning, it's like the kind of the language to the student must be clear, like clear understanding, and we can use like the method of the realia, picture, or the gesture. And the third is learner centeredness. It means activities must adapt the learners to the learner's age and to the learner's interest to the learners and the emotion. And the 4 is meaningful learning. The meaningful learning, it means tasks must be the task or the assignment or the method must be clear. Okay, that's for the principle of TYL. Let's move to the second. For the second is the approach and methods of TYL. So this is I will be highlight for the approach first. The first approach is behaviorism, and this is the theory that means the learn language is the process to make some habit, like the habit formation through the stimulus, response, and repetition. And for the second is communicative language or CLT. Basically CLT was the like the closure or the CLT, it's mean the teacher deliver the material, it like the communicating meaning, like the real life situation, not just the remembering some structural grammar rules like that. And for the next is the methods of TYL. Basically in the method of the TYL, we know there is some of the TPR or total physical responses. This is the basic or the simple method in the how we are the method of the TYL to teaching some young learners. So in these methods we teach the children like with the gesture, with the body movement or the physical movement. Like that. And then there is a game-centered learning. So when we are using some games. This is the very this is a very make a student comfortable and will not boring, because in the games we can move and we can do some the activity like the summon says or using some flashcard like that. And for the third is story-based learning or the storytelling. So So in these methods, students will not get some very boring, because the teacher, when the teacher using this method in storytelling, the teacher must not be just a tale or playing some video in the television. So the teacher must do the, what does that mean? Do the what the story is about, like using some dolls or using some tools or gear like that. Okay, that's for the approach and methods of TYL. Next, we move to the third topic. The third topic is how to teach different skill to young learners. In this session, the different skill I have learned about, the first thing first is receptive skill. In the receptive skill, there is a listening and reading. Which are the listening and reading is about this is about how children take the language in, like when the teacher explains some material, that means it was the receptive skill. So the children have a knowledge to their brain. And to teach this skill, there is some simple stage. The first stage is pre-stage, it means warm up, and the second stage is while activity or while stage for the comprehension, and the last is pre-stage or post-stage for review some materials. And the second is there is a productive skill. In the productive skill, there are a speaking and writing. This is about the how children input, like put the language out, like the children do something or make something or like that. So to teach this skill, like the teacher must guide the student step by step. We are give some a model or a focus meaning to practice together, like pairs or conversation or grouping, and finally let them visualize or personalize the language to see how they have been know about the materials. Like that is for how to teach different skills to young learner. Okay, now let's move to the fourth topic. In the fourth topic is teaching EYL using games, songs, and story. So when we are teaching EYL using some games, like the songs, because the songs songs are great, because when we are teaching with songs or music, it will be help the children to remember the language is very easily. For the practical, when the teacher using songs or music in the classroom, the student must be stand up or following the gesture or the example on the videos, like that. And the second is using games in the classroom, providing a fun. The children will not be feel like stress or depression, but there is some consideration to the teacher when teacher want to using a games method, because so the teacher must have a clear instruction while using the games, because the young learners doesn't know for the only one explain about the game. So we must have a patience and step by step to explain that the rules of the games. And the last is about the last is using stories. So stories, like I said before, it means like the storytelling. In these stories there is a lot of or rich some vocabulary, so the children will not get some boring, but we must have some consideration also while we are using stories. Don't be very complicated about the stories, and don't very too long, because that will be get a bored to the young learners like that. That was a teaching EYL using games, songs, and stories. Okay, let's move to the last topic. For the last topic is about issue of TYL in Indonesian. I have some issue I have some an argument in the issue of TYL in Indonesian. Like basically, when I was in the elementary school, the teacher was a teacher-centered. That's the first. And the second is about size class, because teacher-centered, I think it was in this era it not relevant enough, because when the teacher using a teacher-centered, the environment or the atmosphere in the classroom, that will be very boring, and that make us students not focus to the materials. And about the size class, there is lot of a case in Indonesian. There is a lot of in one class, like there is filled to 30 or 40 students. That it means there are too many students in one classroom, which makes it very difficult to both for the teacher and the students to focus on learning. Because if the classroom is not very big, like 15 or 20, so the teacher can like what is that, like control the students one by one, like what is the physical, what is the how he learn the material, how he adapt the material, and something else like that. And I think only that for the issue of TYL. So this is the last topic about this assignment. I hope this assignment can fulfill this final exam. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.